I had a games list that was, unfortunately, the IP address or the IP server is no longer available, and no matter how many times you will put in games list, it will not appear. Well, the old one at least. For this one, this is a site that I just started on, and you can tell that I've been putting work on this already because I've added almost 140 games, but I needed to have my backlog be filled with games that I plan on playing on stream. And I was so sad when the site that I was usually, updating my stuff on suddenly just like went silent, just went blank off the radar. But this site is called, top left right here, AllMyGames. It's very exclusive. The public cannot view this unless you get an account, and you cannot go and search other people on here. Let me see. Rando. I'm just typing Rando. Yeah, you can only search up the games that you put on your list, and that's it. Unless somebody gives you a link to their profile. So like, if you make an account and I give you the link to my profile, you can see my profile. But the thing is, yeah, you can see my profile, you can see my favorites, my backlog, so you can see the games that I have lined up here. You can only view this if you have an account. If you do not have an account, you cannot view this. So if you're interested in seeing my profile and checking up on my backlog, make sure you make an account and then head over to my link. But the thing is the real problem, and I kind of don't like this. Here's my library. I want people to look at my library, but when I send people the link to my library, it does not work at all. Let me reload this real quick. It does not work whatsoever at all. And the reason why, actually no, I don't even know the reason why. It's just that even if you have an account or not, you cannot look at this. You cannot view this. You can only look at your own library. You can't share your library to other people. Only your backlog. You cannot share your library or your backlog, like your specific backlog, like this. I don't know why the load screens are like that, but yeah, like this. You cannot share that. Only your profile. So make sure your profile at least has like a bunch of games on your backlog, so people can see what you are getting ready to play. And I have a bunch of them, and I ordered them by, well, not really ordered them, but I organized them by series, so you can just tell, like the rares, Donkey Kong Country, Banjo. Scroll up, you can see even more. Earthbound, a bunch of Sonic stuff. Mario, I linked the Pizza Tower and Wario Land 4 because it's inspired off of Wario Land 4. Metal Gear, like a bunch of them. You can just tell by looking as I scroll up. Except for these specifically, because these are the games that the top row are the games that I'm planning to play, and the bottom are just like me organizing stuff. So don't worry about the bottom. But yeah, this is a cool website, but there is a need for a few updates and a few more features to make this website even better. Because I still think that they should take that constraint off where people who want to view this publicly without the need of an account, the fact that they can't is whack. I don't like that at all. I feel like that needs to be updated so that people who don't even have an account can just view my list. Because there are other sites that do that. You don't need an account to view people's list. You can just go on to get the link and view my backlog, view my library, and view my profile. The other feature, regardless if you have an account or not, if you registered an account on that on this site, if you're just somebody showing up to the link to see my backlog or library, account or not, you should be able to see my library and my backlog. There's no reason to why, because I want people to see this and then they get the option to go and see the stuff that I've completed. and they're like, oh, these are the games that he completed on stream, which I have. But they can't view this. Only I can view the library, so nobody else can see it. But I want that to be a thing. I want that to be a feature on this. And like, you know, currently playing stuff that I abandoned. I don't got that yet. Stuff that I paused, like I paused Final Fantasy 8. I will play that soon, and Dark Souls Remastered. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I will have the link to my profile on here, so if you want to view that, you have to have an account first. If they ever have an update where you don't need an account, you can just publicly view my stuff, I'll make a comment and I'll pin it in this video to let everybody know that you don't need that account anymore. You can just view my profile, you can view my backlog, you can view my library, you can go to this part and you can see what I've completed, what I specifically have on backlog and all that unplayed and whatnot. So yeah.